Ok les potes, bien le bonjour ou le bonsoir, j'espère que vous allez bien aujourd'hui. Et on est parti pour l'épisode numéro 8. Je suis très enthousiaste parce que ce jeu, je commence à kiffer de ouf. Et moi, reste les mystères, c'est dingue, j'adore. Du coup, là, va partir pour la nouvelle ville pour du coup savoir où est passé ce train. Comment un train aussi grand, avec du monde à l'intérieur, elle peut disparaître comme ça. Esthétiquement, c'est impossible, on est d'accord. Du coup, on va résoudre des mystères. Alors, disparition du train avec le passager. Du coup, on va regarder ça. Donc là, aucune trace. Ok, c'est pas ça. Et wagon spécial. Non, hop, attendez, hop, hop. Non, ça va pas ensemble ça. Attends, disparition du train. Non. Aucune trace du passager. Bon, apparemment, on n'a pas encore le truc. C'est pas grave. Allez, go. Je pensais qu'il y a une déduction, mais je pense qu'il manque des informations pour une déduction, du coup.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Oui. Bon. Du coup, là, on est au nouvel endroit, les petits potes. Alors, l'objectif, pour ceux qui ne se souviennent pas, on doit découvrir ce qui se transporte dans le dragon, j'allais dire, dans le wagon spécial. Du coup, qu'est-ce qu'il y avait dedans pour que peut-être que quelqu'un essaie de voler. C'est possible s'il y a un truc spécial à l'intérieur. Et après, c'est obtenir des informations sur les passagers du train de la nuit dernière pour savoir s'il y avait des personnes. Peut-être qu'il y avait des célébrités, je ne sais pas. Des brigands, je ne sais pas du tout. On va devoir obtenir des informations là-dessus. On va essayer de trouver des gens qui parlaient.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Il est là bizarre, le gars. Chapeau australien. Vêtements coûteux. Grosse chevalière en or. Chaussures, peau de crocodile. Ouais, c'est pas un mec qui a pas les moyens.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Pas sûr. I
presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Je vois.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
D'accord. On va demander s'il était à bord, on sait jamais.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Il a l'air très aimable celui-là. Je vous jure.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Goodbye, sir.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Ok. Parlons à lui maintenant.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il nous cache, le petit gars là? C'est un petit jeune déjà. Pas un petit jeune, il est quand même jeune. Il est plutôt bien habillé. Enfin, il est tenue de travail quoi, habillé correct. Ah, c'est quoi ça? Billet deuxième classe. Ok. Il est marié. Ah, ok.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Ah.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Bizarre ça.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean Company.
C'est tout à fait suspect tout ça. Du coup, on va découvrir les secrets. Tout ça. Je vais regarder s'il y a des trucs ici. Bon. On va y aller? Ah bah dommage. Ok, du coup on peut pas aller par là. Je voulais parler au monsieur ici mais... Non, on peut pas.
Railway post bags.
Ok. Je regarde s'il y a des trucs spéciaux. Bouge toi. Je suis partout lui. Je fouille chaque endroit les potes. Je mets toujours la tête des indices. Quelque chose. Bon, il n'y a rien ici. Non. Rien de suspect. Bon, il n'y a rien.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Non, j'ai jeté par là.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train...
On va repasser par là.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Ouais, ouais. On peut pas passer, on peut pas passer par là. Ici, là. Vous voulez aller ici? Je peux pas passer. Ah si, il y a une entrée. Attends. Bouge-toi. Arrête de me suivre partout. Et lui, je voulais parler tout à l'heure. Je me disais, oui, t'étais où?
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Auscultons notre petit jeune homme. Il est jeune. Ça, j'avais moi-même compris. Vêtements propres. Instructions.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Train retardé. Chaîne de débutant. Ah, c'est pas ça la bonne réponse. Ah.
Apart... What was it?
Sorry.
Confi...
I've worked
Blah,
here
blah, blah.
long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
C'est pas ça la réponse? J'ai pas quoi la réponse.
Apart... What was it?
J'appuie vite fait les
I've
potes.
worked here long enough to
Prenez
be
la réponse à chaque fois.
quite capable of managing a railway station.
C'est quoi la réponse? On va faire ça.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent.
Enfin la bonne réponse.
You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Merci
We
bien.
ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Ok. Ok, ok. Ok. quoi ça? Feuille de papier?
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Science, secret, porte-mal. Rembalance positif. Non, c'est police, la perte totale. Ouh. Ok.
A telegraph.
The whole train just
Don't touch anything, please.
Bon. Alors, du coup, les potes, il faut aller découvrir ce qui s'est passé à ce fameux train. Hein. On sort d'ici. Let's go. C'est parti pour l'aventure. Alors. Non. Aucune trace du train. Je sais pas. Voilà. Alors, j'ai dans les chiens sont restés. Le train c'était une simple coïncidence. On ne les a pas vus. Tu vois, ensuite, les chiens. C'est dans le train rencontré avant les autres. Tous les passagers hormis les chiens. Peut-être que c'est ça. On va mettre de côté cette théorie. On n'est jamais trop sûr. Du coup.
Locked.
Ah, ferme la clé. Ok.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Les
I had
amis.
thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Ah. Ok. Il a l'air un peu en train de dormir lui. Hein.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please,
Huh.
sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
Je suis pas sûr c'est qu'il soit très lucide le gars.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs. Oop.
Il est complètement jeté le gars. Bourré de chez bourré. Nez rouge. Vêtements propres. Il est marié. Flaque d'alcool. Ah. Fil de pêche. Pourquoi il y a un fil de pêche? Son truc.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
C'est sûr que vu qu'on était tellement bourré, il n'y a aucun risque qu'il soit totalement, voilà. Moi, elle était trop bourrée pour l'instant pour être compréhensible. Faut voir plus de preuves.
A fishing advertisement.
On a plein de pêche. Bon.
Locked.
Fermage.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Sérieux? On peut coucher à celui-là? Ok. Alors, faut faire quoi du coup? Ah, c'est comme avec le coffre là. Ok. Attends. Oui! Je viens à point de décrochage des trucs moi. Il y avait un truc là.
Railway post bags.
Oh.
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Le vin français.
These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
C'est un gros alcoolique, hein. Alors.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
On va passer par là. Bon, on va aller voir ce qu'il y a dedans.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere.
C'est vrai que ce genre de choses, c'est peut être utile.
Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But
train
that is
est
it.
jamais arrivé.
We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
Cinéma. Ça se trouve c'était du cinéma qu'on a vu. Ça se trouve c'était un astrait, genre ça fait du cinéma, mais le train n'est jamais bougé. Je pense juste que le train, il était pas là en fait. Aucun moment il était là où il devait être. Dévancé par apparaître. Attends, mais. C'est-à-dire, a pu passer pour un train. Bah ouais, pourquoi pas. Ok, donc du coup. On va faire un faux train.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Alors. Ok.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Mais c'est où ça? Quelqu'un sait comment faire un train?
I should use the appropriate object.
Et on fait comment, frère? Attendez. Ah ouais, ok, je vais comprendre. Ok. Je viens de comprendre le truc. Là.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Ouais, j'ai compris. Attends. Hop. En train de monter un faux train. C'est hallucinant. Je regarde s'il y a pas. Non, c'est bon.
I should use the appropriate object here.
Il manque aucun objet? Attends. Voilà. Cherchez comment poser la planche. Eh, j'ai monté un truc.
Now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
Du coup, ça c'est la première étape. Du coup, les petits potes, on va s'arrêter à là. Et on va faire la suite du coup. Ça va pas trop long. La partie suivante, c'est du coup comment du coup faire ce petit appareil que je viens de construire, le faire comme un train. Et l'illusion a existé depuis très longtemps, l'illusion. Du coup, les petits potes, on se retrouve pour l'épisode suivant. Juste après, n'hésitez pas à liker la vidéo, à partager la vidéo, à vous abonner. Bref, vous connaissez les bails. À la prochaine pour la prochaine épisode. À demain.